Hello and welcome back. So I have a bit of an interesting one for you today. With winter season kind of wrapping up and us getting ready to go into the summer, I've been thinking about my backpacking canisters and my truck camping canisters. So first and foremost, this is not an instructional video. I'm just showing you how I do it and making you aware that these are potentially some options if you decide that this is something you feel safe and comfortable doing. And what I'm talking about is these canisters are all non-refillable as sold by the manufacturer. However, if you go on Amazon, there are products available like these two. This is the G-Works Gas Saver Plus, and I actually don't remember the name of this particular product, but there's a number of them that look just like this, that can allow people to transfer the contents of larger canisters into smaller ones. Now I happen to have the 3 sizes here, and my smallest is what I use for backpacking, and it is full at the moment, but I'm just gonna show you how I transfer the contents. So this is the device here. Like I said, it's the G-Works Gas Saver Plus. It has a little purge valve and a vent on the back. And I wish that it had an arrow, but instead it has this little picto design where there's like a little dot, and then kind of like 2 concentric circles. So I think about it like as drip, drip, and then a puddle. So you're sort of filling in that direction. And how this device works is, if you're transferring the contents, the puddle, that's what you want to fill it into. So that would be the smaller one here. And like I said, this is already full, but let's say I overfilled it. You can press the button on the side and it will vent off some of the contents. And then what you can do is you can take the larger canisters and you transfer that. So this is how it would work. So the larger canister is being transferred into the smaller canister, and you modulate the flow with this particular handle here, just by opening it, allowing the contents to flow in. Now, I'm sure you're probably familiar with the law, I think it's Boyle's or Dalton's law. As you increase or decrease the temperature, you increase or decrease the pressure. So what some people advise doing is putting the receiving canister in the freezer or something like that to lower the temperature, which thus will lower the pressure and increase the pressure gradient between the can that you're transferring from to the can that you're transferring to. So that is one particular strategy that can be used. What's most important about doing this is knowing the weight of the canisters as filled, so that you know what to fill it up to. So I use a digital kitchen scale, and I have all the weights of the canisters without the caps pre-weighed out, so that I know what to fill it up to. And like I said, if it accidentally gets slightly overfilled, I can bleed it off with the pressure there. So I'll go ahead and put all the weights up on the screen for the Primus as I have weighed them. It may vary in your region or based on the manufacturer. I did see one video out there that compared, oh gosh, maybe it was 10 different manufacturers, and there was some differential between them, I think depending on the country of origin. So that's how I know when to stop, and I check often by disconnecting it, reweighing it, and that way I don't overfill it. Now, I cannot speak to the lifetime, like how many times this can be pressured. So again, this is, a do at your own, risk kind of activity. But for me to be able to purchase something that's, a bit more affordable and a larger volume, and be able to reuse and refill, and that way I know when I'm going out on a trip that my canister is totally filled, and I'm not dealing with sort of multiple half canisters. So that's the advantage there. So similarly, it can be done with this adapter. Now this is a propane tank, and this is the Coleman 1 pound. And the way that I do it here is I attach this accessory on the top like this. Right now the tank is closed. Of course you want to do it in a well-ventilated area. I have the windows open next to me. Remove the cap here. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh it. So right now it's 713 grams. I have written down that this, when filled, is 850 grams. I did weigh a number of these canisters in store, and there was actually a fairly big spread, maybe 10, 15%. So I'm not sure what kind of testing tolerances they have. So, and the way I do it is I attach it here. So I thread it in. More to go. Check it often. Nice. And there we go. So there you go. That is how I refill my backpacking canisters and my truck camping canisters. It's also worth noting that you can use an adapter hose that goes straight from a small canister like this and direct into your portable stove. It's the same hose that you would find at most hardware stores that would go from a canister like this into a personal barbecue. Like I said, this is just me sharing how I do things. I wanted to sort of make a video at least illustrating that it is potentially possible, albeit with a lot of assumed risk. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in another one. You take care. Bye for now.